We got here.
I don't wanna go home, but stay on the west coast, lay low, run all that cash up. Now they want shake hands, but back in the day, man, niggas used to want trash us. Talking tough on the internet won't make a difference in me, better go get your bag up. Better days for me and the guys, so used to going through the pain, all that bad stuff. Money count, big dog, add it up. I don't know why them little niggas mad at us.
Sup, YouTube? Underground Girl Mob back YouTube. What is AFL? Australian Rules Football Explained Updated 2020. So, if you ever seen any of my videos at all, click on my channel, hit subscribe and swipe up. If you want to see any of my videos come out in a matter of seconds where I stop talking, just read the description box, cash out, PayPal. If you're up late at night, join the stream. So here's the reoccurring problem in the videos. The mic, if you could see the mic, is with dead ass in my face. The video, turn halfway the fuck down. If y'all can't fucking hear me, I'm gonna have a fucking tantrum because I ever try to fix it. But yes, I have done the first version, the first version, but now I'm doing the updated 2020 version. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be my first time listening to the full explanation. I just got the little rundown, the little normal shits. So I'm gonna try not to pause. I'm gonna try not to do anything. The AFL had my many Marshawn Lynch's, my Cam Chancellors, my everybody on the thing. They just got to bounce the ball. I get that part. I just want to know a little bit more into explanation. So let's stop talking. Let's get right to it. You say Jeff Bezos? How the fuck are you still loud, my nigga? Damn.
Like Eagles.
There we go.
Where a player can run between 12 and 20 kilometers a game.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get Messi in that bitch.
That's fast-paced and brutal.
God damn. Nigga in with a Derrick Henry.
Meek may inherit the earth, but they will never win games of football. This is AFL. For me, this is the greatest sport in the world. So let's look at the greatest competition of them all, the AFL.
Damn.
You would allude to it as the Australian version of the English Premier League, the NBA, the NFL. It's the most watched.
I don't really see no NBA. Oh, well, we do got to bounce the ball. That's it. I mean, I don't really see the NBA in this. I see more rugby, football, it's a little bit soccer.
And it's the fourth most attended sport in the world.
I mean, you can just fumble in football and just throw that bitch down and then pick it right back up.
The AFL itself is
you can.
contested by 18 sides that are all steeped in wonderful history and fabulous rivalries. The game itself is played between 18 players on the field of play at any one time, with an interchange bench of 4 players that can be switched.
Yeah, imagine being that only 4 on the fucking bench, bro. I'd be like, why the fuck am I? 18 players though?
4
Sweet.
20-minute quarters with time added on. And all the players line up in a certain formation. So to go through it, you've got your full forward line that are comprised of 2 forward pockets and a full forward. These guys genuinely there to attack the goal and trap the ball in the goal area.
Oh, is it 18 people on each side, or so it's like 9? Okay, let me count. 3 in the back, 3 in the middle, 1 at the top. Kind of don't get that.
The terms pressure forwards.
Is it like 18 people on each side, or?
The game. These guys are your strikers of the league, in your to use a soccer analogy. Then you've got your half forwards. These guys are there to set up scoring shots, to attack the goal as well, and are also charged with forward pressure and locking the ball in that area. And they would be very similar, I would say, to an attacking winger in the soccer. Kind of, you know, like your Cristiano Ronaldo when he was a United player, very adventurous, marauding forward type player. Then you have your centre line players. Now these guys are the ones who recover the ball from the back line, look to set up shots, get the ball forward.
Okay, I just counted 9 players already.
Kind of, they're made up as well with the 2 guys on the outside there, your wingers. They're kind of very rehearsed in defensive and forward, kind of like a wing back.
Okay.
The best way to describe them. Not
wing back in football? I'm just sort of like running backs.
More defensive jobs in the modern day AFL. But probably the most
I
important.
need running backs in the middle. Maybe you should be closer. Fuck it. Who cares?
To recover the ball from the back line and to clear the ball to midfield and to the forward line. These guys genuinely very quick. The smaller players on the flanks, the half-back flanks, and you have a term you hear a lot, key defenders and key forwards. These usually the players that are in the centre of the half-back line and the centre of the full-back line, who again, their job is to be a defender, to really lock down, get the ball out of the defensive 50 and to spoil all marks. And you can see that here, this is the format you can kind of evenly spread. And then you've got these interesting ones here, they're called followers. Now this is quite confusing for someone new to the game.
Yeah, I was wondering why he just skipped over them niggas. That's what made me still about my count. So it is 18 players.
And 2 on ballers. So traditional name is the Ruck Rover and the Rover. So generally these guys you'll see at the stoppages. So when the game gets stopped at centre bounce particularly, you'll see these guys around the centre, usually comprising of one really tall guy and two smaller players. And these guys are genuinely there to get the ball out of congestion. They're real tough. They go in and get the ball. These guys usually genuinely are the strong, hard men of the competition. And
oh my God, I might get hit with that, bro.
Anything is possible isn't just a phrase. We grew up watching our parents succeed.
They play on a ground that dwarfs a standard soccer field in really
Damn.
all the known fields.
Shit, big as fuck.
That they play sport, particularly the American.
Bigger than a
field.
soccer field?
Like we
Is
said,
the soccer field the biggest one?
20 kilometers per game the average midfielder does in the AFL. And the game
Damn,
premise
that
is
nigga almost
to
got
move
hit by the
the
ball.
from one end to the other, and there is
Well, no
three
shit. Of course you want to move the ball to the other side.
ways to do that. One is the handball, where the player uses their fist to reject the ball to teammates. It's a very unusual style. You may see something similar in Gaelic football if you are akin to watching that, but it is very predominantly to the AFL. The other more obvious method is the kick, and that's where they can gain up to 50 metres at a time, aiming to try and hit a player up to get a mark, or they do kick to space and allow players to run on. And the final way to move, and it's something that you see a lot more in modern day AFL, very similar to the basketball, they have to run with the ball at hand, but must bounce it once every 15 metres.
Oh, I thought it was 15 seconds, because if you just hold the ball, man, that's lame as shit.
Do that, you could run one end to the ground to the other if you do that. Very rare though, because the game doesn't allow much space. And when we're kicking, we're looking for these marks. Now, it's one of the most spectacular aspects of the AFL, and it's something that you don't see really in any other sport as exciting as this. And it's a game that allows you to use the opposition as a step ladder. The ball must travel 50
Boy,
metres
step on me.
without
Step on me, I swear to God.
prior to the player marking the ball, and it can't hit the ground. And if you do that,
Niggas catching knees to the back of the head, that's how you catch concussions,
that's what
man.
we call it a paid mark. And that's where a player gets effectively a free kick from wherever he is on the ground with a 10-metre protection area to play his next kick. Perhaps the most common mark you'll see, and the biggest aim, is to mark inside 50. Now you'll notice on the field as it comes up now, there's these little red lines indicating where the 50 are, these semicircular arcs. If a player successfully takes a mark inside 50, they get 30 seconds to attempt to score a goal, and the object of the goal is to kick through the two middle posts. If
Oh,
you do
yeah,
that,
I know the two
you
middle
score,
posts. That's how you get them
you
little
hit
jump.
the post,
Go get
kick
Messi.
through the other post, or a player
Yeah, I think was he
takes
trying to
it
stop
in
it?
position and runs it through the behind, runs it through the goal.
Why that nigga look happy to hit the one little post? I know that's like 1 point, right?
This game, it's a single point, resulting in the opposition getting
Why the fuck would a nigga have?
restart from that goal square there in the defensive 50. The game start is a really, I think, iconic part of AFL, and it's something that really attracted me. And it's called the centre bounce, and this happens at the start of each quarter.
Okay, I just see why this is
after every
kind of a
game.
basketball
Very
thing.
similar to an NBA tip-off.
Mhm.
It's contested between two ruckmen who
That
then
nigga
attempt
with the
to
dreads jump way too damn fast, nigga. God damn.
position with each other,
Don't be an idiot, dog.
for a ball in the air and attempt to tap it down to their rovers, or attempt to punch it ball forward and get it away from the congestion. And perhaps the
So
most
it do look like there's actually
entertaining
18 people
part
on each team, so that's like 72 people in one game.
foreigner
Holy
is
shit.
how we have our restarts in the game. You'll notice that when the ball goes out the sidelines, we have a throw in, and you'll see how the umpires throw it in. They get a lot of distance of that, and they create a mini version of the bounce between the two ruckmen. And it's really, for all intents and purposes, an umpire-led throw-in. It's a real weird part of the game, and it's something that amused me when I first started watching this great sport. Now, tackling is one of the best parts. It's a very physical style of game. And if you're familiar, like I am in the north of England, rugby league, tackling is one of the iconic parts of it. It's what we all enjoy doing as kids. Tackling is permitted.
I mean, I enjoy scoring on niggas, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Shoulders and above the knees. And you'll hear the crowd, if you watch the game, scream ball. And what they're trying to do is request the holding the ball rule, which means every time a player is tackled, they are given enough time to dispose of that ball. They must release the ball either via legal handball or a kick. And if they don't have the opportunity, it's called paying holding the ball, or you'll hear no prior, which means you're tackled before you have the opportunity to release it. We also have wonderful moments like bumps and shepherds off the ball. A shepherd is where a player...
I'll be mad as hell if I ain't even do nothing. Niggas just hit me out the blue. What the fuck, boy? Yeah, get up and catch these ass, nigga.
To protect another ball carrier from a tackle. And obviously the bumps you'll see quite often in a thing we have called taggers. Now taggers will remind you of players like Patrick Vieira and Roy
Patrick
Keane,
Willis?
enforcers.
Oh,
They
yeah.
stop the good players playing and they look to stifle the opposition with bumps off the ball and intimidation tactics. Now our wonderful AFL season over here is played over 22 fabulous games, with the top 8 making up the finals. And if we look at it, the top 8 can be one of the most confusing things in the world.
What you mean?
As you can see here with this graph, the top 4 go into what is
Yeah,
called...
what the fuck? Why 1v4, 2v3? Wait, what the fuck? Loser of QF2, winner of EF2. Oh, so they... Why don't they just do 1v8, 2v7? Why that just seems...
qualifying final where
What the fuck?
First and second players
Okay.
will be at home, and fourth and third will be away in that contest. And the losers of them games will go into what's called a semi-final.
Yeah, where's
They
4?
will be
Oh, wait,
playing
never mind.
5,
I'm about to say some
6,
dumb shit.
7 and 8. 5 and 6 playing an elimination final. It's a knockout style type event, and the winner of that gets to play the loser of these qualifying finals, and then the winner of that goes on to whoever won the qualifying first and the qualifying second. Sounds quite confusing, but if you follow that graph it should get you through. And then we're at the biggest dance of them all, 100,000 people in September at the MCG on a national day's holiday. If you live here in Melbourne, we all got the day off to watch it. You grab yourself a barbecue, grab yourself a nice cool beer, and you sit down and you cheer on your team or whoever you've adopted that day and cheer them on to glory. But it's not just team glory that we have in the AFL. Whoever finishes top of the ladder wins what's called the minor premiership.
Did he just throw that
It's
bitch in
not
there?
really
Hey,
that-
hold up.
Whoever
Oh, he
finishes
kicked it.
top of the
Oh,
ladder
okay.
wins what's called the minor premiership, and it's not really that important. No one really talks about
Fucking
it.
ad, I swear to fucking God,
You've
bro.
got the first qualifying.
Damn, we only got 3 minutes left. Why you keep doing...
Timeless protection of ADT.
You ain't giving me no money for that. Ah, shut up.
Unlock the front door.
We also have the Brownlow Medal though, and that is a bit like our FIFA Player of the Year. And it's a very interesting way it's done. It's voted by the umpires on the ground.
Did you kiss him?
They give
Was
a
he back?
3-2-1 vote for the top 3 players on the ground. And it's called the best and fairest. And if you get suspended throughout the year, you forfeit your right to win the vote. It's a very tough competition to win, and only the cream rise to the top there. We have a Coleman Medal for the leading goal kicker, and the leading goal kicker over here can range anywhere from 60 to 100 goals a year. And we have a Rising Star Award that's given to the best player aged 20 or under on January the 1st that year, and must have played 10 or less games at the start of that calendar year. But for me, the greatest thing about this game of footy isn't the game itself, it isn't the marks, it isn't the spectacular, wonderful goals and virtuoso goals, but it's about the fans. It's about the cheer squad who use their spare time to make wonderful banners for the players to go run through at the start of the game.
The
noise
cheer
they
squad?
make, the chants they make. It's the rivalries.
Okay,
that make
I guess.
this game, and it's a friendly rivalry. Unlike
Oh, they don't got cheerleaders. They have the cheer squad.
rivalries we
Okay,
have in
they'll...
soccer in the UK.
I'll get to see those
It's
bitches.
banter and it's fun and it's not death at all costs. It's retaining the equal passion for both sides and the love of the game. And it's about how spiritual this game is, how we remember our indigenous forefathers for allowing us to play this great game on the great grounds.
Okay,
that
they got the
we
kids out there now?
represented on. It's the community rounds we have.
He even doing the dance with them?
The wonderful Guernseys, the wonderful.
Nigga look
dances
stupid.
we
Yeah,
have.
he said, I bet you everybody was laughing at his ass, so they turned his ass around.
It's about bringing a whole nation
Yeah, man, you
together.
get
the
it,
whole
bro.
nation stops March to September
Good shit,
to
though.
watch this great
Good
thing
shit.
for me. But perhaps I'll save the best for the last. The iconic team song. The most iconic things in soccer are watching at Anfield singing "You Never Walk Alone." It's a wonderful sight. But there's nothing so charismatic, I think, but seeing 22 blokes after they've won gather in the changing rooms to sing their famous song. And it is a wonderful
Damn, you can
thing.
really see the height difference between everybody. It's like some medium, some small, some very small, and extra large. But they get there, even though large is extra large.
This is the wonderful
Damn.
game of AFL footy.
Bro,
The
he
greatest
literally just
game
all he
in
do
the
is
world.
touch the ball.
This
Nigga,
is
don't
the
hit me ever
wonderful
like that. Day of your life, bro. I swear to God, he catch the
AFL
ones.
footy, the greatest game in the world. Welcome to a sport that combines not only the
Yeah, you better punch that
ferociousness
nigga.
of rugby league, the silky skills of soccer, the theatre of wrestling, the pantomime of
And then you
AFL,
falling too?
all done without
That's how I
pads
break
and
my
spikes.
arms, bro.
This
Hell
is
no.
AFL, and this.
He had his knee all on his head.
Purist.
Hey man, AFL, what is AFL? Australian Rules Football Explain Update 2020, man. This is a real rough sport. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga put his knee on back of my head. I gotta throw the ball up and hit him with the bat, man. Nigga, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. So if you ever seen any of my videos, click my channel, hit subscribe and swipe up. You see all amazing, beautiful videos. You want to see certain video come out in my seconds? Go to the comment section. Leave in the comment section. If you ever seen any of my videos, fuck, you made me fuck up. I fucked up. Hey man, hey, like, comment, subscribe. Back here in the next video.
I don't wanna go home, but stay on the west coast, lay low, run all that cash up. Now they want shake hands, but back in the day, man, niggas used to want trash us. Talking tough on the internet won't make a difference in me, better go get your bag up. Better days for me and the guys so used to going through the pain, all that bad stuff. Money count, big dog, add it up. I don't know why them little niggas mad at us.